Okay, so here's this week's Model 50 timing mechanism that I've got working. Let's go over the high points and low points of it. So starting just looking at the front here, not too much wear on the handle, a little bit of wear on the coin plate, nothing too bad. If you want a really cherry one of those, I have one of those for sale as well, but I'm just leaving the one that was on it. And then up here, expired flag actually isn't very faded on this side. Violation flag even better. Other side we're going to see a little more fading, but it must have been, this must have been like the south facing part because this part's really nice. Time indicator dial, the original one is over here. You can see that's got some yellowing. There's your dust shield. And this one has a little bit of a bend. We'll see that when I turn it to the side. It's been flattened out, but you can tell it's been bent once. But the actual indicator dial itself has a pretty nice look to it. If you look in the light there, you can kind of see a few of the scratches there. They kind of pop when you get the light to show. And then we'll turn it around. First thing, we'll get her up there and show you pretty straight. And yeah, you can see right there, it is just a little bit bent. Bend that back as you wish. And then on this side, basically the same. You can see the bend there. And then if we get the light right, some light scratches. Nothing too bad. No real fading or issues with the print there. Let's check those flags out. So expired flag, it's a little dirty and a little faded. And then also the violation flag is a little bit dirty, but it looks okay. All right, back on the other side. One condition thing to mention on the bottom of this one, I'll just turn it all the way over. There was some corrosion. I've used a wire brush to get rid of that on the rotary tool. But you can see a little pitting there, a little pitting there. Tiny, tiny little chip. That corner there on the coin chute has actually cracked off. But that's the corrosion. And you can see it kind of comes around the front of the body there. But of course, once you have the case on, you're not going to see that because this is going to all be covered, and then this part actually sticks out. But it does have the corrosion on it. Looking to the side here, the coin transport mechanism is nice and clean and makes really great contact. A nice ratchety sound and always catches the coins right. It's adjusted very well. Everything is straight in here, and the flags are sitting where you want them to sit. The springs look good. And then turning it around to, of course, the clock mechanism. This is about the best clock that I have had. It's October of 52 is when this one was made. Nice and clean, and as I kind of give you a once over here, you can see there's none of the green corrosion that I've had on some of the other ones. So I really do like this one. It's in great condition. We'll look up here before we put a coin in it. Balance wheel and the lever or the rocker arm and the hairspring all in place. The coil is nice and tight, not over tight. I wouldn't want to tighten that anymore. It's that's how it came. I'm not in the business of loosening these things up. You can if you want, but I mean, it sits there, it's under tension, and it runs pretty close to 2 hours. I think this one was just a little bit slow, but I forgot to write it down. So yeah, it's been tested out. There is just a tiny bit of corrosion right there in the metal of the frame. And then over on this side, it's all right. Screw's starting to strip out a little bit, but it is able to be pulled out as you need. You got the little door closing thing on there. Let's go ahead and put a coin through this so we can hear it. We're going to do penny for 12 minutes first. So put that in, and you can hear how easy that was. If you've seen any of the other videos I've made, of course it didn't connect. Whenever I do it with one hand, it doesn't connect. Just a second. There. I don't know why that happens. Whenever I do it with two hands, it works out fine. So there you go. 12 minutes. It goes a little further than 12 minutes because I think when it's at 0, it's actually it's right about there. So it gives like 14 minutes. I don't know why it does that. Let's see if this goes to 1 hour 14 when I put the nickel in. So that goes, yeah, right about there. So the time indicator arrow is just a teeny bit off after you put a penny in. After a nickel, that adds an hour, so we're up to 112, and I can't show you the full 2 hours, but let's throw a dime in there just to show that it's making contact, pulling all the way over, and then there you are at 2 hours. Get the coins out. Yeah, oh, that that reminds me, no coin catcher. The little slug catcher that holds the coin in the window there is not present on this one. So we are ticking just as you want it to tick. Nice, even, not sluggish at all. And this clock was really in great shape because I didn't have to pull loads of gunk out of it. Some of these that I've gotten have kind of a sticky, oily residue on them. Some of them just have a lot of black gunk that I kind of have to blow out with a can of compressed air. This one's really nice. No real issues with it at all. Love this clock. Be happy to have it in my collection, but we're sending this one out to whoever wins on this one. If you need other parts, take a look at all the other stuff that I'm selling or send a message. I've got some other stuff like screws and a couple of seals here and there that are not on, but most everything that I have that I'd want to part with is online right now, or at least one copy of it is online. So let me know if you need anything, and happy bidding.